What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is I'm going to bring you a long-term review of stuff that I usually don't review on this channel. These are FIGS scrubs that I have had for over 2 years now, so this is going to be more long-term based versus some of my other stuff, which is just initial impressions. I did a video of this before, but that was more of a general impression, buyer's guide, things along that line. So I'm not an expert, I'm a clinical dietitian, and I wear these every single day, 5 days a week. I have generally about 6 to 7. I have some backup pair that I leave at work and never wear because they're pretty old. Some of these are 3 years old, even actually when we come to this. But FIGS scrubs are more on the higher end when it comes to pricing. I have it pulled up here. The top's usually $38 and the bottom's anywhere from like 48 to 55 depending on what style you get, and it varies widely from men's to women's, so this is going to be mainly focused on the men's side of things. So the reason why I got these in the first place was I previously had some Grey's Anatomy scrubs, or the Barco one is the new brand. I tried a Cherokee, Dickie, I tried all kinds of other ones and it just didn't fit right. So the FIGS scrubs are a little bit more athletic in their fit. I don't know how well they would work for, you'd probably just have to get a larger size. So the sizes are more, I'm 5'11", 160 pounds, and I wear a medium top, small bottoms. The medium bottoms are massive on me, and I'm about a 32-inch waist, so keep that in mind. Their size guide, I think, is pretty good when it comes to just overall fit and finish. Some of the bottoms, for example, these are the actual, I forget which ones they're called. They have different ones. These are the Axum, and these are the ones that have like the side pockets. So they're more kind of like your cargo pants, and they have a little bit more elastic waistband with a string in it. These stay up extremely well without tying them, but they are a little bit smaller in the waist than their Cairo, which are more your standard surgical scrubs, no pockets or anything, very minimal, where you do have to have a smaller waistband, so you really do have to use the string, otherwise they fall down. So you can usually get 15% off these, so even if you search around for a code, or they have sales from 15 to 25% off from time to time. So when it comes to the actual feel and fit of them, the ones I'm wearing now are actually their summer line that they have limited edition in. It's very thin, very light. They don't have them in stock all the time, and they only have stock in certain colors. So if you want a more thin material, it's almost like a polyester, where the normal core scrubs are more like a rayon, like cotton polyester type of feel. If you want the real thin, like basically 100% polyester, more for summertime, if you're someone that gets hot, I would buy a second they're in stock, because they do go out of stock pretty frequently. So when it comes to the overall feel of them, there's a reason why you're paying more for these. They feel 1,000 times better than most all the other scrubs out there, at least from the men's side of things. The women's actually have a whole lot more options out there, but from the men's side, I just think they have a little bit better feel to them. They are a little bit thicker material for the core scrubs. So they're kind of a rayon, I think they're 70% rayon, 30% polyester. They have the actual specs on the website. 72% polyester, 21% rayon, and 7% spandex. So they are a little bit on the thicker side, so if you're someone that stays warm all the time, these may not be the best fit for you. But when it comes to quality, the overall just stitching, the durability, they still look, for the most part, fairly new. Very minimal color fading, so you don't have, I've had no color fading. And generally I wear, in the summer I usually wear the joggers a little bit more, so they do have joggers in most colors now. And they fit really well. They're a little bit more athletic in the fit. I did have to get the longs in these, so I got the small. These are just small regular, but I had to get the small tall. I think they're called tall and not long, just because they were a little bit too short for me. like again, I'm 5'11", so they do have a good return policy. So I think you have 30 days from when you buy it. So if you get these, they don't fit, you can return them fairly easily. They do ship from California, so it does take a little bit of time to get in. But the quality of these is really, really nice. They've held up really well. The only ones I've had to throw away is we have a wood burning fireplace, and I got some ashes on it and it burned a hole through it, so I did have to throw those away. But the quality is just really nice. I did have to cut slits in the bottom because they were just too skinny. They were almost skinny jeans at the bottom, so I had to cut a little bit slits in here, just on the Axum brand style. The other ones are actually work really well. I haven't had any issue with lots of pockets on the Axum ones. I think there's like 8 pockets. There's a decent amount of pockets, and the waistband's really nice. You can really load these pockets up, and they're not gonna fall down or anything along that line. The only negative I got about the Cairo brand, these are the joggers, but the Cairo brand's very similar waistband. They tend to fall down if you don't really get the string tight. So if they did not have the string, I buy small, tall, and they still fall down. I'm a little weary of going to extra small and getting things that are too small because they fit otherwise really well. So you just have to be careful there. Usually I have we're allowed to wear any type of basically black jacket at work, so I usually have some type of black jacket that I can put my stuff in if I need to. Pretty happy though. All the bands and the kind of bands there at the bottom, and all the waistbands have held up really well. None of the strings have came out or broke. I haven't had any problems there. The tops, I usually do dry these too, and they don't seem to shrink a whole lot. So I have done that, dried them, and not had any problem there. So would I recommend these? Yes, especially if you're someone that has been having issues finding some that fit, whether they be way too big, way too small, you're just having issues. Maybe I would say I'm on a semi-athletic built 165/11. That's pretty, not super skinny, but somewhat on the athletic side of built. So I do think that it would be a good option for you. I would wait till they go on sale, or try to find a coupon code if you can, which I found pretty easily if you search around. Or if you're a first-time buyer and you're kind of hesitant, you can use that for a first-time buyer, 15%, and just buy all your scrubs then once you get the size down, and then you'll be good to go there. So the few negatives, well, the first is the summer, I think it's called Ion. I forget what the branding is of it, but the ones that are more polyester, thinner side, they're very rarely in stock. I haven't seen them in stock all year yet, and it is July. Usually in the summertime, you see them go on stock sometimes. I don't know if they have them in the women's section. A lot of times, the women's sections will have a negatives for you, as maybe they don't have your stock or the ones you want. A few other negatives is that it's a little bit thicker material than some of the other options out there from Barca 1, Dickie, Cherokee. They seem to have a little bit more, at least in the burgundy color or the wine color, that's the color our hospital picks for us. We don't really have a choice there. There seems to be more options in different brands. The price is another negative, but I don't think that applies, mainly because you're getting your money's worth when it comes to quality, because they tend to hold up, I think, a little bit better. So previously I had some Barca 1 ones, which after about a year they started to fade a little bit. They just didn't seem to have the same quality and material as other stuff. And rayon is a pretty good cotton, somewhat based synthetic material that I think tends to hold up pretty well. Sizing, just go on their website and check out their size guide, and they have really good return policy, really, really good customer support. They may not have the best PR marketing out there, mainly because everyone on the website tends to look like a model, and that's not very realistic, I think, in the real world, but who knows. So there, at least when I had to return a few things, I had really good customer support, and I didn't have any issue with getting my return or exchange or anything like that. Just be aware that they ship from California, so take that into account. And if you're getting Axum ones, be prepared to cut slits on the bottom. At least I had to on every single, I think I have 3 pair of these, maybe 2. I don't really wear them much anymore. These are probably my oldest ones, just because they're a little bit thicker, they're more winter. I do like that they have pockets. They do have a good variety, so you have your standard, what seems like surgical scrubs, you have ones that are more utilitarian with pockets, and you have your joggers, and just about every different color variety out there. So that's really it. There's a ton of positives, very few negatives. Try them out. Just order 1 pair, especially if you don't get a discount. It doesn't hurt to order a pair and check them out. I'm not a scrub expert or a clothing expert, a fashion expert, but this may help a few people out. In my first video, seemed to be doing well. People seem to like it, so hopefully it helps you out if you're looking to purchase something like this. So that's it. Comments, questions, leave them below if you have any concerns. I hope you have a good rest of the day, weekend, whatever is out there, and I'll see you guys next time.